Today we are going to start drawing our Colosseum. I don't anticipate us getting to the Sharpie today, but I'll have it available. And this is a finished example. We'll be focusing on the drawing today. We're going to then do some outlining. I'm going to show you some shading techniques to give this cool effect, and then eventually we're going to be adding our color. So I have couple different sheets. Let's see, I know I have this sheet right here that will be at your table that gives you a really good guide. I like to use this when I'm getting started. And then I will have color copies of the actual Colosseum that you can refer to as well. So you can go back and forth between the two. Obviously this is the real deal. And you can get, this is what I like to get some fine detail and looking at where the arches are and how they look on the left side versus right side, and I'll kind of talk you through it as I'm working on mine. So these are the 2 pages that you're going to have. So I can write my name on it now or wait till I'm at the end, or as long as it's before cleanup time and class code, don't forget. So I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna kind of draw what I see here, and then draw this, and then like I said, going back and forth. But I definitely like to use this sheet for the first part, even maybe the second part for sure. And then, like I said, I go back and forth. So what you're gonna notice is there's kind of like an arch, kind of an L shape. So I'm just gonna draw real lightly. You're gonna, barely be able to see my line on my paper. And this is just for me, so my size, I make sure it's taking up the paper, and I'm liking what I have. So now I'm gonna kind of focus on this kind of shape here. So I'm gonna press a little harder now. And this is honestly harder than I usually press when I'm doing my drawings, but I want you to be able to see it on the screen. And then it kind of goes up a little bit here and then down. You don't really need to use rulers, though I do have rulers if you feel like you need to. Okay, so I've got that first shape-ish right there, and then I'm gonna do these 2 middle shapes. What you'll notice, it's gonna go up a little bit, just like it's gonna do that on that side, and then you're gonna have 1, 2, and notice it's also, the second one's gonna be about halfway here. So you can mark it like a little halfway, and then the next one's kind of halfway between that, if that helps you out. But I'm gonna go up a little bit higher, just a little bit here, and then I'm gonna have the other one coming there, and then it's gonna have like a little angled line, and do the same thing here, off, and then it kind of, goes down like this, like a stair step-ish. Then you're gonna have this next section here. Notice that it goes a little bit over, and once again, it goes up a little bit. So it's gonna go a little bit over because it's behind, and it's gonna start a little higher here because it's behind. And then this one, I'm gonna slightly angle it downward. And honestly, I feel like I might make that even more dramatic. And it's okay, that's why we use pencil, because we can erase it. It's great. So I've got the basic form here. Then you have these sections of the Colosseum here. So it's enormous in person, but you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So I'm guessing, I don't know if that's even seating, but this is a lot of seating, like a stadium, in if you will, back in the day. So there's gonna be 1, 2, 3 lines dividing up that space. So, and they've done it here as well, and here. So the first one, let's see, if we do 3 lines, we have one in the middle, up here and there. Okay, so the bottom one here, then this next one, I'm gonna kind of arch a little bit, and then this one's gonna be the very top. So you can see where some of the details are happening here. I'm not too worried about the details now. I am just getting my paper ready. So I'm gonna have that first section there, the next section here, and then right in here. And a lot of times when I do that, I happen to this time to do my lines above, but sometimes I go above, sometimes I do below, okay? And then they go into the next one and the next one and all that. I'm just gonna focus over here just for now. So you see these arches, okay? So this would be like where the windows would be. So these arches so that you get a breeze here. So I'm gonna do some arches along here. I do not have as many arches as the visual here, and that's fine. Okay, and this, after I do the arches, then you're gonna see if it's on the left side, if you have the arch here, you're gonna see the inside of the wall on the left side, the inside left. Okay, so you're gonna see that whenever you're doing that. So the right side, you're just gonna see the edge, the left side, you're gonna see right there, okay? And that will be eventually shaded. And I'm gonna do the same thing here, just adding the domes. I'm kind of putting the domes below it. Refer to this. So they kind of are one stacked above the other. So I'm gonna kind of follow that design here, creating these kind of U shapes. Okay, then I kind of just do this at the bottom so they're somewhat uniform, okay? Then I'll do my arch, a little bit darker, my lines darker, and then those inside wall, okay? So everything on the left side, you're gonna see the left side, okay? Then I'll go to the bottom here, and this bottom one, these arches are gonna touch to the ground or close. So I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger. Okay, so you can kind of see the process. This is not something you're gonna be like one and done and be finished with it real fast. It's gonna take some time for this, so just be patient. Okay, and then do those arches. Now this one here, they also show like a little bit of the floor in here. So they kind of arch, they kind of hit a little part angle there. So a little bit of perspective, which I love. Okay, so I got that all kind of going in there. Now I'm gonna do some arches on this right side too. They're a little bit smaller just because of the angle. I mean, they're all very even if you see it in real life, but it appears like they're smaller just because they're a little bit farther away. And this wet section here has it divided into sections as well. But the reason why I wanted to show you this, I don't want to spend too much time drawing for you because I want you to have time to draw yourself. But what I want you to notice is everything on the left side, you're gonna see this interior wall is gonna be on the left. Everything on the right side, it's gonna be on the right, okay? And then you can have the little floor. So same idea, it's just it's opposite. So what you did on one side on the left, you're gonna do on the right side when you're on the right side of yours. And if you forget, the good news is you have these sheets here that show you the arches on the left and the arches on the right and what to do, okay? So we're gonna just focus on the drawing today. If you want to do the background right now, you certainly can. There's some spaces you can walk around it. You can add the trees, things like that. You can do that now. Just try to add as much detail as possible. And then if you do finish, which like I said, I'm not expecting that, then I'll have the Sharpie markers for you guys to use. So the Colosseum is our focus today, drawing that and using our guides. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's a drawing, it's not a photograph.